I think it'd be smart to say that before we start just filling up our communities and our neighborhoods with data centers, we should fully understand exactly what they are, how they're going to affect us, and whether or not they should even be there in the first place. What's going on YouTube? Is your host Bruce GNT, and we're here to talk about a data center being put in Henry County. That's a little bit, I believe, south of Atlanta. And yeah, I've talked about this before, where they were talking about putting a data center over there in DeKalb. Or was it Decatur? One of the two. And like I said, I've done like a little bit more research into it. They're not looking very good. I personally think because of, you know, the services that they cause, how much water they absorb and how much energy they absorb as well, you should put them as far away possible from communities and neighborhoods. But that's just my own personal take.
Another Metro County today tackled an issue that sparked debate across the region for months. Henry County commissioners discussed how the county plans to regulate data centers.
Right now, commissioners say they do not have an ordinance on the books that specifically addresses them. Fox 5's Ray Urena joins us live from the County Commission building. Ray, what are some of the limitations the county is looking into tonight?
Tom, commissioners tell us that they're looking at everything, such as limiting the zoning to where these data centers can go and how close they can be to other properties. They also say that they're expecting more applications for these data centers to come in the near future. County commissioners spent Tuesday discussing a proposed ordinance to regulate data centers in Henry County.
We have received 2 requests last year on Rocky Creek for data centers. When we received those requests, it became apparent to us that we need to have a process, structure, and framework in place.
Here's what the county has proposed: a minimum 200-foot landscape buffer around the property, a 500-foot setback from any non-industrial zoning, and a minimum 1,000-foot setback from any existing residential building.
We're at a unique point to where,
based off what I've understood how data centers work and the noise they create, I think they may need to increase that a little bit more. Personally, like I said, depending on the size of this data center, they tend to be pretty large and look like communities themselves. Yeah, I personally think there should be a little bit more distance in between them. There's a lot that's going on when it comes to these that we don't fully understand. And I think a lot of counties, a lot of like areas are being taken by surprise by it, and they're trying to figure out, okay, how do we regulate this? How do we make sure that it's doing its job while also not disturbing the people? Along with that, right? I'm not saying it's the case, but it's something I'm noticing. Henry County has a very large black population. The last video I did, I think it was in Decatur, also has a very large black population. I've noticed a trend of them putting data centers in predominantly black neighborhoods and cities. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying it's the case, but I'm just saying that sometimes we got to look at certain things and pay attention to what's going on.
other counties and cities around us have already done data centers. So we're at an opportunity to learn from their mistakes and take, what they've done well and incorporate it into our ordinance.
It also proposes that maximum noise levels can't be higher than 55 decibels, which, according to Yale University, is about the same as a refrigerator. While some in the audience favored the county's new proposal,
I really want to highlight my support for the use of developmental agreements, requirements such as environmental impact summaries and emergency coordinations, such as your concerns about fire departments.
Others were not so keen on having data centers in the county.
My husband is a disabled vet, and he has tinnitus, and sometimes he already hears ringing. So if we're anywhere,
that tinnitus shit is a bitch. Like randomly, I'll just get it because I already consistently have a ringing in my ear. I didn't go to war or anything like that. Let me just set that straight. I have not. I was a shooting coach and I shot a lot of guns, and I had a habit of not wearing my earplugs. That's on me. But I have a constant little low pitch ringing. I don't hear it often unless it's really quiet. That's why I don't like being in quiet rooms. But there are times where I just get that high pitch and it just catches me and it hurts so much. So yeah, and actually I've been around data center one time. I don't like how the hum. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. It's something that it bugs you. It gets to you. Trust me.
they're near a data center and he hears the ringing, it can cause a lot of confusion for him.
County staff said that they do expect to bring this ordinance back with tweaks to commissioners next month, but commissioners have not set a specific date as to when they could expect a final vote on this proposed ordinance. Reporting live in Henry County, Ray Urena.
I'm happy that the people within the county are actually taking, taking stock and taking responsibility, saying, okay, look, we gotta know what's going on here. And I completely agree with the gentleman has said earlier. We had to learn from the mistakes, or they had to learn from the mistakes of what happened with other counties when it came to them putting data centers within their neighborhoods, within their, communities. Because, like I said, the more research I'm doing into it, I'm not a fan of it. I understand why data centers are coming into being, and I understand that it's one of those things that's not going to stop. It's going to be here, and it's going to be even more later on. I think we need to find ways to make it more neighborhood friendly. And when it comes to like how much energy, whether it be water, electricity to absorb, I don't know how we're going to get around that. Like I say with most things, when it comes to new technology, it's like Pandora's box. We're going to open it up, a whole lot of bad shit is going to happen, and then we're going to get down to at the end of it, it's like, oh snap, this is the hope that we've been looking for. Hopefully not too many bad things happen if they were to implement data centers in more areas. The sad thing is that we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see and figure out, okay, how is it going to affect our people? This is important. People should be looking into this and going into these meetings and really getting involved, because the last thing you want is to be in a situation where you have this constant loud noise, almost like a jet engine, continuously going on, and then you have rolling blackouts in your neighborhood because a data center is like 1,000 or so feet away. That's the last thing anyone wants. Well, you guys already know the drill. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Can you tell me how you feel about data centers? Because me personally, 50-50, 60-40. When it comes to them being close to like neighborhoods and communities, everything like that. That's how I feel about them. And not only that, what do you think can be done as an alternative? Because like I said before, these are here to stay. Data centers are not going anywhere anytime soon, because this is the new wave. This is the future. You can't fight it. It is what it is. So tell me what you think could be done, maybe to make it a little bit more of an easier transition. Let me know down in the comments below. That's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.